This is Akashvani, the news read by Abhishek Mukhopadhyay. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today distributed more than 51,000 appointment letters to newly inducted recruits through video conferencing. Addressing the new recruits, the Prime Minister said, India is making stupendous growth in every sector, which is helping create new job opportunities. Mentioning the growth of the tourism and sports sector, Mr. Modi said, these sectors are generating new job opportunities. Lauding the performance of the athletes, he said, this is the indicator of the changing landscape of the sports sector. Congratulating the new recruits, especially the girls, the Prime Minister said, lakhs of youth have got appointment letters through the Rozgar Melas so far. The Prime Minister said government has made proactive steps to streamline the appointment process, which has made it more transparent. He said restricting has been done in the exam patterns to streamline the appointment process. The Rozgar Mela was held at 37 locations across the country. In Gujarat, Union Ministers Parshuttam Rupala, Dr. Mahendra Munchpara and Darshana Jardos distributed appointment letters to over 200 newly recruited candidates at the Rozgar Mela organized in Vadodara in Rajkot today. About 80 newly appointed candidates were awarded appointment letters by Union Minister Darshana Jardos in Ahmedabad. Addressing the candidates, Ms. Jardos reiterated central government's commitment to provide employment to local youth along with industrial development in the country. She also called upon the newly recruited candidates to contribute their best in the jobs and upgrade their skills with changing times. Mr. Rupala distributed the appointment letters in Rajkot while Mahendra Munchpara handed over appointment letters in Vadodara. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will share his thoughts with the people of the country and abroad in Mann Ki Baat program on Akashvani at 11 a.m. tomorrow. It will be the 106th episode of the monthly radio program. The program will be broadcast on the entire network of Akashvani and Doordarshan, the Akashvani website and the News on AIR mobile app. It will also be live streamed on the YouTube channels of the Akashvani, DD News, PMO and Information and Broadcasting Ministry. Akashvani will broadcast the program in regional languages immediately after the Hindi broadcast. India on Friday abstained in the UN General Assembly from voting on a draft resolution submitted by Jordan that called for an immediate humanitarian truce between Israel and Hamas terrorists in Gaza, as it did not make any mention of Hamas attack. Deputy Permanent Representative and Ambassador Yojana Patel said at the UN General Assembly that the terror attacks in Israel on the 7th of October were shocking and deserve condemnation. Calling for the immediate and unconditional release of the hostages, she said, terrorism is a malignancy and knows no borders, nationality or race. She emphasized that the world should not buy into any justification of terror acts. Let us keep aside differences, unite and adopt a zero-tolerance approach to terrorism. Ms. Patel said the humanitarian crisis needs to be addressed. India welcomed the international community's de-escalation efforts and delivery of humanitarian assistance to the people of Gaza. She said India too has contributed to this effort. The Jordan proposed resolution titled Protection of Civilians and Upholding Legal and Humanitarian Obligations has made no specific mention of the Hamas terror attacks of the 7th of October. In the Asian Para Games at Hangzhou in China, Indian contingent wrapped up the event with the best ever medal haul after clinching a record-breaking 111 medals. They won 29 gold, 31 silver and 51 bronze medals, placing the country 5th in the medal count. Dilip Gavit kick-started today's medal streak by helping India to reach the coveted 3-figure mark. He secured gold in the men's T47 400 meters event with a time of 49.48 seconds, while the trio of Sanskruti, Himanshi and Vruti secured a bronze, adding the final medal to India's glorious tally in the women's chess B1 category event. And that is the end of this news bulletin.